Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. This from the Cryptic Poet. I did talk about this just yesterday with regards to SBI and how they just purchased a portion of a digital asset. I didn't know this though. Part of the story that wasn't actually mentioned in the article that I was reading from yesterday mentions this in this TechCrunch article. So digital asset, the objective of this partnership with SBI is to bring programmable money or digital money that can be coded to act in a certain way based on predetermined conditions into the Japanese market. So it looks as though they are working together to create a CBDC or a stablecoin of sort, which would be called the Smart Yen. So this is from Digital Asset, and that was mentioned in a separate statement. The programmable money is tentatively called Smart Yen and will be using the DAML or the DAML code that I was talking about yesterday. The smart contract language created by Digital Asset and known for playing a role in the Australian Security Exchange Commission's distributed ledger technology platform. Smart Yen, according to Yoshitaka Katao, president and representative director of SBI Holdings, will make it possible to build a revolutionary customer-oriented cash system by directly linking each individual customer loyalty program to deposits and fully automating the process of providing loyalty through smart contracts. So it looks as though this is all part of what Japan is looking to do with regards to their central bank digital currency project. We also know SBI Holdings has a vested interest in Ripple, and not only a vested interest, a invested capital, I guess I should say, in Ripple, the company. So, these guys, SBI, Ripple, Digital Asset, all these companies together are looking to make Japan's financial system more robust, seamless, and streamlined, and of course, future ready to be able to conduct business with other countries around the world. So just wanted to mention that update. Wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for bringing that to my attention again, because, he did mention Smart Yen here in the tweet, and I was like, Smart Yen? Why didn't I know about that yesterday? Anyway, wanted to thank him for posting that. Also wanted to mention this, guys, an update on the XRPL. This coming from DJ Peter Vass. Apex, the true node as a service provider, is integrating with the XRPL. They will build a fully insured bridge from Avalanche to the XRP ledger to go public by the end of August 2022, so only a few months away. Apex Bridge is fully insured by Uno Re, a decentralized insurance and reinsurance platform, and powered by Katoshi's revolutionary bridging technology. Okay. Apex Bridge will facilitate a fast and safe transfer of XRP tokens from the XRP ledger, an open source, public, and decentralized blockchain, to Avalanche and other EVMs or Ethereum virtual machine networks. Apex and Satoshi will collaborate to ensure the bridge reaches the highest possible standard before going live. Apex Bridge will undergo through audits by UnoRe and Certic, plus extensive penetration tests via Halborn. The bridge will be open to all DEXs or decentralized exchanges and DeFi protocols through API kits to XRPL to ensure seamless integration of its dApps. So Apex integrating with the XRPL, I've been noticing some people out there in the XRP community warning us about this project, suggesting, and I don't want to go on the record and say that any of this is true or not. I don't know for sure, but saying to be wary of some of these projects like Apex, for example, because it is a Ponzi scheme. But the XRPL has mechanisms to help prevent some of these projects now. I don't think they had if my memory serves me correctly, I don't think they had a protocol in place at the beginning, but I think, during that era of development where there was a lot going on the XRPL and all these tokens were being offered, I believe a couple of years ago in 2020, I believe there was an amendment made, if I'm not mistaken, for there to be a process to be able to vote on these projects and if they can, in fact, utilize the XRPL. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. Anyway, an interesting piece of news here. Wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass for posting that. I want to move on a little bit, guys, to US dollar dominance, the new world of finance, and what's going on in the world. Of course, we are now seeing Russia and China take on major roles on the global stage, and so Michael just bringing this to our attention. Michael at Val5Links. So get this, won to ruble trading has exploded by 1,000% in latest challenge to US dollar dominance. Now we know the US dollar has been predominantly the most traded currency, but now we are seeing the Russian ruble, that trading pair, gain a lot of traction. So the Russian ruble has rebounded sharply off the lows seen after the invasion of Ukraine, although there remains a wide margin between, prices quoted, just to get into the nitty gritty. But in the latest sign of hope for the beleaguered Russian currency, that level of trade denominated in yen and rubles has risen by 1,067% to be exact, to roughly $4 billion since the start of the war, and that happened back in February. The surge in bilateral trade shouldn't come as a surprise, since both President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping pledged to do just that earlier this year. And while global trade continues to be overwhelmingly carried out in dollars, arguing the end of the greenback's global dominance has been a trendy long-term call in recent years, with such luminaries as Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio counted among the long-term dollar skeptics. More recently, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey who has become a fixture in the financial press thanks to his support of Elon Musk's plan for the company takeover, espoused his views that the dollar has lost its global reserve currency status. And Jack Dorsey just posted this actually on May the 30th. So, all these guys, varying degrees of credibility. I don't know how much I would put stock in Jack Dorsey's opinion on this necessarily. I mean, maybe he knows more than he's letting on. But, global dominance for the US dollar is shrinking. That is no secret. And I don't have the chart up right now, but in the past I have showed on this channel a chart just demonstrating how global reserve currencies do come and go every 100 years or so. And the US dollar, its time is almost up. And so, we've got to think about this. We've got to think of who has the biggest economy now moving into the 21st century. And, it's looking like China. It's not to say that the U.S. is going to not be important in terms of the economy in the coming century. It's just to say that, the financial system is changing, as we know. Trade is going to look different. And so even if the U.S. dollar doesn't retain its dominance and it becomes something else, will it be another national currency like the yuan, or will it be a cryptocurrency? Will it be something that the world can agree on? The price is what the price is, the world agrees on it, and that becomes that mediary currency. Some are calling for it to be XRP, and I can see lots of reasons why that would be a valid claim. Nevertheless, this is what's happening right now, and so we got to be mindful of that. XRP Crypto Wolf also posting this with regards to, what is going on with the global standard in the financial system. And so the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision, they published an update related to their May 27th meeting today. During that meeting, it says that it made progress on a second consultation paper on the prudential treatment of banks' crypto assets exposure. So talking specifically about how banks should treat crypto assets. The body published a first consultation paper last year proposing to strict capital requirements for banks to have exposure to crypto, in addition to applying the existing framework to crypto and issuing guidance to fill in any gaps. It received a feedback on the public consultation from external stakeholders, which the following consultation will build on. It plans to release that paper over the coming month with a view to finalize the prudential treatment around the end of this year. And that's what the update said. Here's a quote: "Recent developments have further highlighted the importance of having a global minimum prudential framework to mitigate risks from crypto assets." So this is coming from the Basel Committee specifically, no one country. But you can see how all these organizations are coordinating to make sure that crypto assets become regulated, all kind of roughly at the same time, and also within that same box that they want to keep us in. They do not want the El Salvadors of the world to be, accepting Bitcoin as legal tender, for example. But, countries like El Salvador do exist, and they are going to do what they are going to do. So it's really going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, especially if, Western banks are saying, well, you can trade Bitcoin and you can have Bitcoin on your books, and only accredited investors can invest so much per year in Bitcoin and whatever. However they want to frame it. Meanwhile, that same person can travel to El Salvador with their Bitcoin, buy whatever they want, buy real estate, maybe even become a citizen, be part of society over there. And, it's going to look very different in the United States, for example, than it will in some of these countries that are thinking outside the box with regards to cryptocurrency and their treatment of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Interesting. So that's what's coming out from the Basel Committee, guys. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for pointing that out. And this, guys, this just happened. It was over 2 days. The Banking 4.0 conference, and Jim Wallis, he took the stage. He is from Ripple. Discuss some of the things that, Ripple was doing. There's another photo of him. There is a cross-border remittance race. This from Citizen of the Future. Global cross-border remittance race 2022, Swift versus XRP and Ripple. High friction versus the Internet of Value. Where are we going to see this go? Well, I wanted to bring you guys a clip from the conference here, courtesy of Big Champ. Whoa! Let's go. XRP, the XRPL, XRP community. Ripple is working with banks in the US and the UK to issue stablecoins with reserves more than likely held in central bank accounts. And so this clip was originally discovered by Leonidas at Leo Hajalozu on Twitter. Listen to this.
Currencies, in terms of native cryptos like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're not all the same, right? They're not all created equal. I think what's becoming much more popular in the industry now is more sustainable technologies. So the XRP ledger and XRP is, there's no mining or proof of work or proof of stake involved. So the computational cost of validating transactions is almost zero, right? Very, very low cost and very stable in terms of pricing. Stablecoins, again, not all created equal. You have a massive range from the algorithmic type stablecoins. We all know the Terra story from a few weeks ago. And then now what we're seeing emerging is stablecoins being issued by regulated entities. So I can't give you the names yet, but there's 2 projects we're working on, one in the UK and one in the US, working with banks that are regulated who will be issuing stablecoins, and the reserves will likely to be held at a central bank in a central bank account. So very different from the algorithmic stablecoin. We as Ripple work across all of these technologies. And then, of course, you've got central bank digital currencies, which essentially is the highest form of digital currency, right? Issued by the central bank, backed by the central bank, the most secure form. As a company who's working across the payment space, we're embracing all of these, and we see they will all play their part in the future of money. Today, cryptocurrency is less than 1% of all the money. Central bank money is less than 10%. The rest is all commercial bank money. So it'll be interesting to see, in 5 or 10 years, how does that look when it's all digitized? Will stablecoins be 90% of the market and CBDCs 10%, or will CBDCs actually be allowed to grow and be a much higher percentage of the money supply? I don't know. That's for the policy makers to decide.
So did you hear that? Boom! 2 new partnerships with 2 banks, one in the US, one in the UK, that Jim Wallis cannot divulge the information at this point in time. I guess these partnerships are still relatively new, to issue stablecoins with reserves more than likely held in central bank accounts. Is getting real, guys, and it's getting real right in front of our eyes. I want to remind you also, if we go back to March of 2021, Ripple did announce that they would be working with central banks to run pilots on a private ledger. So I am not entirely surprised by this news, to be honest with you. It's just nice to know that there are partnerships in the works now. And, we did get the word from Jim Wallis. Of course, there's also the Bhutan CBDC pilot. So a small nation running a pilot project with a CBDC integrated on the XRPL. So that was also something, with regards to Ripple and XRP and central bank digital currencies that come to mind when listening to this Jim Wallis clip. And not only that, there's the Ripple partnership from back last year as well, I believe it was in October, with the Digital Pound Foundation. So there were projects being rolled out there. I believe one was for a British central bank digital currency. Ripple's been partnering up with all kinds of different companies to talk about central bank digital currencies and to perhaps create something that would be facilitated over the XRPL. Another company that comes to mind is one in Europe, Digital Euro Foundation or something like that. The name escapes me at the moment. Nevertheless, guys, we're seeing some great news here brought to us by Jim Wallis. The US and the UK are now going to issue stablecoins with reserves, and chances are they will be held in central banks. This, to me, speaks to the fact that we are going to see all the money, or at least a large portion of the money, flowing through the XRPL at a certain point in time. It's getting me excited. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.